Hi guys, it's Nancy and welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are all doing well. Today I have something really good. It is a peach cobbler recipe. So, I love peach cobbler. I know that the summer is winding down, last days of summer, but it is a treat that I enjoy all summer long, and I had to come up with a way to make one within the points that I felt I could get away with, and I think I found it. So today I'm going to show you a way that I've made a deconstructed peach cobbler using some sugar-free cookies that I found. You got to see this recipe. Are you ready to learn how to do it? Let's go.
Okay, let's get started on this peach cobbler. You're going to need a fat, juicy peach, and you're also going to need those cookies I mentioned to you. Now, these are 4 cookies for 2 points, the Murray shortbread. Such a great find. We're going to use the pumpkin spice mix from Trader Joe's and also this cinnamon toast crunch seasoning that I have. I really love that stuff. All right, so for our sugar component, we're going to use a little bit of Truvia and some cooking spray. All right, so first things first, I'm peeling my peach. You don't necessarily have to, but my peach kind of sat around for a couple of days, and I did that to allow it to get kind of overripe. I find that overripe fruit tends to be a bit more juicy, right? So I allowed my peach to sit around for a little bit, and I just, don't want to use that skin. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that off, and I'm going to go ahead and slice my peach. I want to get as much flesh from that peach as I can, cutting around that stone. So get as much as you can. And one of the things that you kind of want to be mindful of is, a uniform cut, kind of making them the same size, because when we go to cook these peaches, we want them to kind of cook evenly. So make sure that you're kind of doing them in the same size, kind of, what I have here, about that size. So cut your peach into slices, and let's move over to our stove. I have my cooking spray. I'm using this coconut oil spray. Pick that up at Trader Joe's also. I really like this one. The baking butter cooking sprays would be good here as well. Or butter. But of course, we're trying to save points, right? So we're not going to use real butter. But, one of those cooking sprays would be good here. So we're just going to add our peaches to my skillet. I have the fire kind of medium high here because I want my fruit to caramelize. Again, we are trying to take advantage of the natural sweets in our fruit. And so having a bit of caramelization on your fruit, I think, really brings out the natural sweetness. So I'll give you a close-up here soon in the skillet where you'll see some of those nice marks of caramelization. So I think I made those, I cooked those maybe 5-6 minutes in the skillet. And we're going to get started on the second part to our peaches, which is our syrup. You know how a peach cobbler has that really sweet kind of syrup to the peaches when you bite into it. We're going to do that this way, but we're going to use our Truvia and our cinnamon toast crunch seasoning and our pumpkin spice seasoning. And this will allow us to create that syrup. So I'm going to use a little bit of water here, maybe a tablespoon or 2. And we're going to add our Truvia and our spices. So one of the things about the Truvia that I noticed is that it kind of, I don't know if it happens to you, but it kind of clumps up on me. And so it almost looks like rock sugar when I'm using it. But, when you are cooking it in this way, it'll just, boil down and, like I said, create sort of this syrup consistency, what you do actually see in a real, peach cobbler. So just letting that happen, letting those sugars and spices kind of absorb together. Okay, let's start working on our crust, so to speak. So we have our Murray's shortbread cookies. These are again 4 for 2 points. You could get 8 for 4 points, but we're going to go ahead and use the 4. And I'm going to use my garlic press here. I've added my cookies to a little snack size baggie, and I'm just going to give them a good walloping, you know. This is, again, sort of a deconstructed peach cobbler, so, you know, we'll have it in a few different ways, you know. So this crumble will help us create our crust, so to speak, on our peach cobbler. So just give them a few good smacks. Looks good there. And then we'll move on to our next step. There you go. Looking good. Okay, back to our peaches. That syrup has kind of absorbed into the actual peaches. Looks really good. One of the reasons I want to continue to cook my peaches is because I want them to be really tender. You know, I want you to be able to bite into it, and those peaches are really soft. I think that that's a great aspect of a really good peach cobbler, tender slices of peach. And so I'm just going over my peaches here, you know, cutting any peaches that are a little too big into more bite-sized pieces. And of course, again, just kind of allowing them to get really nice and tender on me and plump up a little bit with that syrup. This smells good already, you know, so delicious. I really hope that you guys give this one a try. Okay, let's build it. So I'm using this glass bowl so you can kind of see the, you know, different levels of our peach cobbler. So I'm putting down our crust or our crumb first down at the very bottom. I'm going to add those peaches to the top. They're still nice and warm. I've allowed them to sit for a little bit, but there's nothing better than biting into a warm peach cobbler, right? So you can, of course, enjoy it just like it is for 2 points because we've only added the cookies for 2 points. Our Truvia and our spices are 0 points. And, of course, our cooking spray. So you could enjoy this for 2 points. A delicious mock peach cobbler. But come on, you know I'm going to add some ice cream, right? You have to do it. And this Halo Top Vanilla Bean, oh my gosh, a half a cup for 2 points. It is so worth those 2 points, especially in something like this. I'm going to go ahead and add my top crust, so to speak. Of course, these are just the remainder of those crushed cookies. And we have a few extra pieces that we're going to lay on top. And, you know, I had to do it. I have some whipped cream here. And it's just going to take it over the top, guys. It is so delicious. You don't have to enjoy it this way. It's added a few extra points, but I couldn't resist. The way that ice cream has melted onto those warm peaches, this is an excellent dupe of a real peach cobbler.
Well, what did you think? It is so good. You guys have to do this. And those Murray shortbread cookies, 4 cookies for 2 points, you just can't beat that point factor, you know? I found them again at CVS in my neighborhood, but you know, you probably could find them anywhere. I'd look on Amazon even to see if you could find them there. But what a fun recipe. And you know, you don't have to just use peach. You could use all types of fruit into the fall months. The berries that are going to be good for our holiday pies. Oh my goodness. I would do it all season, winter, spring, whatever. All right, well, that's going to do it for me on this video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give me a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'd love to have you. And guess what? I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.